into a fist fight with some fucking darts.
Is this in the wild interview?
No, in the wild interview, we're right.
It is a wild. You guys are like Pokemon catchers right now. It's the weirdest Pokemon team I've ever seen. Team Rocket's all fucked up, dude.
And we caught Darren Lewis.
Right. Tweaker looking ass Pokemon. Like, hey man, y'all want to go get some copper?
Look, dude, I need a hustle, and that sounds like we can do it.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest.
We just go right down Jefferson. We'll just go right down Jefferson.
Dude, we call it Biddle over here, dude. This is downriver.
Oh yeah. Well, listen. I'm as far downriver as you can get in Gibraltar. Like we're like the Dingleberry of downriver.
Yeah.
So,
it really is, dude.
And we call it Jefferson down there. It's West Jefferson.
But it does go back to like as soon as like you turn off. Like I'm giving you some downriver, some map shits. You might use this one day in like your adventures.
One day.
But like when Biddle turns off right there at Elizabeth Park, like then it goes back to like Jefferson, and like that's when like you realize like oh, it is real country out here.
Yeah.
You're like oh boy, actually this is a sundown city.
Actually, you kind of go through that little like nowhere zone. And then once you get to Gibraltar, like literally, dude, I think there's more golf carts in my community than cars.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's that one bar, like it's in between, like where it goes, like the city of like Downriver and then the country of Downriver, and it's a little like pub that like you go by and you're like everybody does cocaine in there.
Yeah, that's
cocaine in there.
I'm not going to name that because I've been wanting to get in there and talk to them about doing an open mic on a night.
Look,
they will pay you. They will pay you in cocaine.
Look, I've never done it. I've smelled it once, but hey. Okay.
It kills out beer.
What do the old comedians call that? Offset pay? Yeah. Offset pay? Oh, man. Well, we've been rolling here for a minute just bullshitting, but
we're here.
We are at Grizzlies, chatting with Darren Lewis, host of the For Us comedy show.
Love it.
Every Sunday night, except for holidays and maybe some major events. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, fuck the moms.
Fuck the moms.
Next week, bring your mom to the show. It's maybe a roast special. Roast your mom. There we go.
I mean, maybe.
Bring my
Dude, my mom would be so down for it.
I don't know how my mom would feel about that. No.
That's how we show love in my family. It's like
I mean, my mom does completely understand my comedy. So, but speaking of comedy and comedy shows, tell us how you got going here.
Oh, so it's weird, dude. Like, so basically, we run wrestling shows out of the little hall over there.
Yes, I've seen one.
Like, so we kind of were just like, we should start doing comedy shows out of there. And it was weird. Like, they just go, well, we used to have comedy out of here, and they were like, you want to take it over? And my buddy just jumped on it, and I was like, not ready for it at all. And then he bailed on me, and I was just like, I guess this is what I do now. I was like, all right. I was like, he didn't really bail on me. He got really busy, dude. He's busy with he's up in wrestling now. Like, he's doing good shit.
Oh,
he's doing the thing.
Yeah, he's still like big with JCW. Like, you guys know what JCW is?
No.
I haven't been big in wrestling since like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant.
So in the 90s, do you remember? Okay, do you remember the 90s?
I do remember the 90s.
I see. I do too. You were a baby.
I was 5.
All right.
2000.
So dig this. In the 90s,
a little bit, he does.
The ICP was part of WCW wrestling, right?
Okay.
It's because they've always run a fucking wrestling organization around here in Michigan. My buddy works for them now. Like, legit. Like, he's one of their, like, he brings in sponsorships for them and shit.
Oh,
like,
wow.
He basically helps them. I mean, obviously, they don't need help keeping the lights on, but, like,
right.
He, like, helps them, like, make sure their events have, like
PR.
Higher quality. Yeah,
like
higher
a
quality
PR,
events. Yeah, so, like, they run shows out of here. Right now, they're running out of, like, Indiana or some shit.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, he does, like, a podcast with, like, one of the juggalos, like, the main juggalos, and I'm like, this is fucking weird, dude.
I'm familiar with Juggalo culture-ish, you know, the Fago, the little guy with the thing. Hatchet Man. So I'm familiar with it. I've just never been, like, immersed myself into the culture.
I mean, I'm not I'm fascinated by it. That's the weird part about it. I'm just like, what are these people? Like,
they look very fascinating.
Like,
that's
I feel like
for
it'd
sure.
be like if you had like a Native American culture and like you were just like first off exploring it and you're like, I gotta figure out what these guys are. Maybe we can bring them Christianity. Like maybe that's what we'll do. But no, you're not gonna bring the Juggalos Christianity. Like at Breast, you're gonna bring them like dental care.
Dental care.
The realest shit, dude.
I love those guys, dude.
I've seen is just terrible teeth, bro. Honestly, like that's the only thing I can
They're
see.
sweet people.
Bro, y'all
dude.
making me self-conscious over here. I've got some bad teeth.
Hi, folks.
There's
Look at these teeth.
There's a joke about grills for a reason.
Yeah. No, dude, my teeth are terrible.
Oh,
I have good dental insurance. I'm afraid of dentists.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Yep.
Things with wings. Oh, sorry. Things with wings and the dentist, top two.
No shit.
Yeah, those are the top two.
We found out.
Birds, dude.
No
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And I have chickens in my backyard.
So,
Yeah, like my wife.
exposure therapy.
Huh?
Do you run from them?
So unfortunately there's some downsides to having chickens in the backyard. When I grill and I bring food out, they think it's for them. So that becomes a problem. So strategically, when I go out there and I'm going to be doing something, I have to take like some seed, some scratch, and go throw it out for them. Keep them busy while I'm doing something.
Feed the velociraptors so that you can just like,
Whoa, I 100% believe dinosaurs had feathers. 100% they did.
Dude, they
If you
found-
come over to my house and watch these chickens move, they're totally velociraptors. 100%.
They have reptile brains, dude. You can't convince me otherwise.
Dude,
Like,
and
America
the way they're
convinced me otherwise.
shifty and just, they are nuts.
They
But yeah, so, I mean, which is odd because I've been thinking about places to live because it's just the wife and I looking to downsize.
Yeah.
And it came to me today, like, you know, as a forklift driver, I unload a lot of shipping containers, and I have a joke about that I do on stage.
Okay.
But on my TikTok algorithm today, I started seeing houses made out of shipping containers.
Yeah.
Now, dude, if I lived in a house made out of shipping containers and had chickens in my yard, could you understand the level of fear and anxiety and panic I would just live in every day?
Yeah,
Hoarding all
'cause
those
you're literally living the life of like somebody trying to make the American dream happen, but like you're doing it on like 200K. Like, fuck Mingling coming from Thailand from a horrible home life. Like, I just did this because, you know, it seemed fancy.
Like, look, Batman had to face the cave of bats and whatever, you know. Maybe I'm going to become Chicken Man and face a coop full of chickens.
You just have a fucking red mohawk and you're just like walking around your backyard.
I think I could grow the hair back into a mohawk. Right when I first started comedy, I had a mohawk.
Did you really?
Yeah, but I still wore the hat.
That's fair. That's fair, dude. Like,
I cut the hawk off.
I think when I first started comedy for like the first week, I didn't have this like under my neck, and then like I started hanging out and like doing comedy, and I was like, I'm gonna get my neck tattooed, and then like I just started rocking a mustache for a little bit, and I was like, it's not a good look for me, buddy. Like,
Stash wasn't cutting it.
Everybody kept calling me Maddie Matheson. Yeah, and I was like, I can't fucking do this, dude. Like, I actually enjoy cooking, and like, I don't want to be in my kitchen just going, wow.
Okay, so I think that answers one question that I think we were going to ask our interviewers. If someone made a movie about you, who would play you?
Fucking Maddie Matheson. 100%.
That's an easy one. That was a layup.
I'm memeing on him that I said Jason Momoa, dude. But Jason Momoa and Maddie Matheson, who'd we say is yours? Did you?
I didn't say. I'm teasing it. I'm leaving it for a much later.
A text message today.
You did.
Dude
You did.
that played fucking the like muscle-bound freak from Revenge of the
Nerds, yeah.
Right.
The dude that just screams, nerds.
You guys were over here nerding out in the group text about like microphones, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
Dude, listen,
I can speak into it.
I was gonna say COVID projects. Like I got obsessed with the craziest shit, dude. I learned how to roast coffee. like during COVID.
Yeah.
And like I learned how to do all this stupid shit because I was just like, I don't want to talk to my ex-wife right now. Like we were still living in the same house, so I was like, dude, I'm gonna figure out stupid little projects to do.
Okay, we're gonna dive deeper into a coffee conversation. We're definitely gonna have to double dip on another episode because dude, I have a enormous list of shit that I want to get to talk to you about.
We're literally trying to not. Like, right now, Secret Time, guys, there's a dart competition over there, and these guys almost got fucking into a fist fight with it, dude. It was wild. I had to apologize and buy beers.
I had to Japanese Nihogo, apologize.
Dude.
Oh, you lost your audio.
Francisco literally, like, Harry carried himself in front of these people. He was like, look, I'm telling you. And I was like, oh, dude, that's a little racist.
Luckily, I'm wearing steel toes because I almost caught a dart in the foot.
Dude, I literally was looking down at my computer just to, like, check something. And then, like, I heard, whoa. I'm like, oh, fuck, what the hell? What did I do?
It's our first town. We're from our town.
So it's wild. I thought I was gonna come here and get in trouble this week. So like we can talk about this, but like probably cut this. If you don't cut shit, I don't really give a shit. But like, so like last week, this chick was in here just hammering drunk. So if you got Francisco's been here. He knows how much of a pirate ship this place can be. Like, dude, it is chaos, like just embodied, and I love it. But like last week, we had this lady in here like hitting on a comedian, and like it's the only two black comedians that religiously come to this mic, and like they shut these bitches down. And then like they went to go talk to two other comedians, and then Brandon Mullen said something to him, and this chick just like started getting in Brandon's face, and I'm like, I let the next comedian come up, and I walked over and I go, yo, what's going on? And like she started going, I'm gonna give my brother so and so. And I go, yeah, that's the most downriver statement I've ever heard in a bar. So like she had a beer bottle in her hand. And I was like, yo, you gotta put that
weapon.
down. Yeah, I was like, listen, you gotta put that down. Let's go outside and talk. So she puts the beer bottle down, and then I just freaked the fuck out. I started screaming. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! My girlfriend's outside, like trying to like calm the lady. Like, please, you gotta leave.
I think I remember Brandon bringing that up recently.
Dude, I thought I was in trouble this week. I thought the owner was going to be here like, you can't do that. I was like, all right, it's fine.
Well, I mean, I guess that's some of the joys of running an open mic, I guess, right?
It's a fucking pirate ship, dude.
You don't know what you're...
things I thought I wasn't going to have to run into, and I've ran into every time.
Oh, that's, what do they call that? Murphy's Law.
Dude, we had a stripper bring her son in here on his birthday.
No.
And she openly talked about, like, dude, we've had that happen. One of our regulars is a blind midget, like, a adopted child. Welcome to a pirate ship, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Again, I live.
Francisco, what did I get us into?
Well, no, what did I get you into? Because I didn't.
Yeah, you've been here before. Bro, no warning labels, just let me...
People, welcome.
You're lucky, I like surprises.
It's actually like, so like, the longer this mic goes, like, it's weird. It's I'm getting better at hosting. I'm getting better at running it. Like, because it was just thrown at me, dude, for like a while there. Like, I was just letting people go for like, I had somebody do a 30-minute set. And like, I was just like, do I light them? Like, what do I do? There was nothing I could do. I was just like, all right.
So when I ran my first show, I basically let everybody know. I said, hey, it's 10 to 15 minute set.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd let you at 10 and go until just give me some sort of signal that you're going to be done. You know? Dude,
I mean, honestly, like, the thing with it is, like, you want to give people time to, like, cook. Like, you know what it's, especially when you're a comedian yourself, you know what it's like when it's like, fuck, I got to get all this out in, like, 5 minutes. It's
We talked about that. Doing longer sets become easier because you can let that breathe. You can build off of the vibe of the room.
Exactly.
Which necessarily you can't do at an open mic when you're getting 5 to 7 minutes. It's literally, you're getting on the bench press and you're repping out some reps.
Audience isn't paying attention. You're just literally trying
you're
to get
looking
through the words.
you're looking for a rhythm, things you can find. Yeah. And if you're getting reactions from comedians, that's a plus.
It helps.
Because that means it's going to translate to the normies.
It helps definitely, like when the
Normal
comedians
is
are
a
actually
loose
laughing.
term,
Like
but-
I had a moment where I had to ask people, I was like, "Are you guys actually like my friends? Like, I don't, you guys hate me? I didn't know." So, but I think everybody does that. Like, I think everybody goes through that little like, I don't know if these guys are actually my friends, and then like you start hanging out with them, like, oh yeah, these are legit the people that I appreciate the most.
Right. You actually fuck with me. You're actually telling me some real shit.
Yeah.
100%. I've said it before. I don't know where it originated, but I could quit comedy today, but there's no way I could quit comedians. Not a chance.
That's the thing, dude.
Some of the best
that's
people
good.
I've met and hung out with, coolest collaborators. I mean, it's just a fun hang.
Yeah. And they're all the craziest people you ever meet.
Oh, absolutely. We're all unhinged.
Dude, all unhinged people, but they're the funnest people ever.
Dude, could you imagine a group therapy session with, say, 10 of
Dude, that's
like
of us?
It's like, yeah, I get it. Sometimes we're just coping on stage, and we can kind of see it. It's like, but hold on, guys. It's funny.
I was there one night when a comedian like literally had their breaking moment. Like it was like they had their new dad moment. I think you were there. It was at On the Rocks. I don't want to name his name because like I don't know if he like ever talked to his chick about it, but like it was one of those moments where like he came in and he goes, here's the fucking problem with having a child, and we were like, just let him cook. Let him cook. We've all been here. Let him cook.
I gotta get a little closer over here.
Yeah, get comfy. Listen.
Oh, no, yeah.
They love you on the couch.
Yeah, the light was
I feel weird
blurring
because
me
I
out.
have my own camera.
No, you're good. We've all got our own camera.
Oh, cool. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I didn't know you guys all had them, so I was like,
Yeah, we stumbled on this one as an interview setup accidentally. We were doing it just two panel.
Let's see, but it can't be as comfy.
Yeah. So.
makes sense. It's
like-
nicer to do this. Because I was going to say, how did you guys, I thought you guys recorded, like one of you guys was at your house, or you guys record together?
Yeah, we did it together.
Yeah, cool.
This-
Together a little bit.
I kind of fucked around. Sorry, guys, but now your mic sounds closer to our
sound
mic.
better?
Yeah. There we go.
I was going to say, whatever you need me to do.
You were good. I fucked you up. I'm so sorry, guys.
We'll fix it in
But we're good now. Yeah.
Oh, do you think we have post?
All right, time to.
Who does?
We fire it up and let this thing go.
Dude,
We try to do it as raw as we can, so I can just like condense, upload, done.
best way to do it. Like, honestly, like, and it creates, like, the most authentic.
For real.
Right,
So,
yeah.
Like, I get that some other podcasts end up doing like an actual show that's kind of like mostly edited, and I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, if that's your thing, that's cool. I get it.
I prefer the
I'd like to, get, as the podcast grows and we start gaining some more and more traction, obviously increase production value.
Of course,
We're still gonna run it raw,
It's the best way to do it.
uncut,
Yeah. The best way to do it is just like how it feels most authentic to you.
Absolutely.
So like I'm working on podcasts that like there was a lot of production in it, and you're just like, this is stupid. Like I'm spending more time after we hang out with we were hanging out with do you guys know who the Suicide Machines are?
No.
So like back when Tony Hawk first launched, there was a band from Michigan called Dr. Kevorkian and the Suicide Machines. And Superman, the song Superman, it's here I am, doing everything I can, pretending I'm a Superman.
Not familiar with that.
No? Dude.
I bet if you play it, I might recognize
Yeah,
it.
if you play the first Tony Hawk, it's like one of those songs. So we interviewed the lead singer of that band because he lives here in Michigan.
Nice.
And dude, we spent more time on post-production for that show than just taking it in the fact that we're literally talking to this dude that enhanced my entire childhood. Like I got to drink a beer with this guy and watch him smoke a cigarette in my best friend's band. And I'm just dude, and all the whole time I'm just I can't believe I used to play as Rodney Mullins and do Casper slides to your song.
Yeah, dude, that's what I keep hearing around here. It's like, oh, is Superman gonna be on the new Tony Hawk? I'm like, what? Was that in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4?
Dude,
I came
it
in
was
hella
Pro
late.
Skater 1 and being a kid that grew up with that. Yeah. Oh, nerd. I'll nerd the fuck out for Tony Hawk.
I'll let you guys tangent on your Tony Hawk games over
start
here.
slowly transitioning into some techie talk.
Oh yeah, because that authenticity thing kind of triggered the transition for me too. But go ahead and nerd out over your game for a minute.
What I'm saying here. I don't want to interrupt. But dude, because we were just talking about Tony Hawk.
Yep.
Don't want to diverge too much, but we're trying to talk about AI here, dude.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Dude, alright, so
Perfect.
AI, I was totally against it. I'm telling
Okay.
you guys right now, if it's used the right way, it's the perfect tool to make comedy better. Like, and I'm not saying like right with it, because like fuck that, dude. Like, I don't have a dog in that game. I had an argument with another comedian where I told him, I'm like, dude, like I like Xanax and fucking thick girls. Like, AI's not going to be able to write a joke the way that I write a joke.
Real.
Right.
It's missing that soul.
Yeah.
Right, 100%. And yeah, I saw some stuff on, and that we had already talked about this before. I started seeing stuff on social media about like, oh, how are your flyers always so good? And you're like,
100%,
I know how to use
Yeah.
said app or whatever.
Chat GPT, and then if I see a flaw in it because I have a background in it, I will take it through Photoshop and I will
That's 1,000%.
So like here's the thing, use AI to enhance all of your shit, but have a background to where you know how to like fix the robot. Like that's all it is, because the robot's there to help you.
Okay, so my approach to AI is kind of like my approach to politics.
Okay.
I don't declare a side.
Smart.
I listen to both sides and then I just kind of make up my mind, and I've been on both sides of the fence.
Oh,
you
dude,
know?
so you're racist.
Wow.
Fence balance.
You get really just looking through your blinds like, that's a little too
Balancing
tan."
it.
Listen, I do live in Gibraltar, all right?
Fair enough. So if there are two tan of people in Gibraltar, I'm gonna be honest, guys, it's a
usually
river.
because
I got a run inside his house.
I was gonna say it's a boating community. Everybody.
It is a
most of the houses are on channels.
It's fucking good.
Listen, I actually live on the island part of Gibraltar too.
You're one step away from being like, I live on Grosse Hill.
Dude, my birthday was January 4th. I was hungover on January 6th, so don't even start that shit
You have a
either.
plausible cause. You're like, I was fucked up.
Plausible deniability, dude. I was gone, all
I
right?
was thrown up and I was hoping I could eat chicken nuggets.
But, so, I'll be honest. My first foray into the Chat GTP AI was for a job resume.
For real, yeah.
That's what I used it for.
100%, dude.
What's the difference between me using Chat GTP or
The best
going
part
to
is me and him are both
Canvas
looking because
or
you're
going
calling us a nerd and we're having a nerd moment where we're going, he's calling you Chat GPT.
It's GPT.
Whatever.
You say GTP, I'm just love letting it go.
Auto, so you're trying to figure out the acronym for
It's the
Grand Theft Auto.
GAT.
Listen, the weed be weedling.
We did smoke like a whole gram or two to the face.
I think took two to the face before we started.
But you know, this is the very good podcast.
It is.
It's not it if we're not smoking it.
I was worried. I was like, I'm gonna go on there and like overtake this because I just talk too much.
Oh, not at all.
So,
Is that Pepitone himself? Oh,
Pepitone's
my
here.
man.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, hanging
How
out.
are you doing, sir?
Right, Grizzes.
That's
What's
his
going on,
hand.
Wally?
Yes. What are you doing,
He has
buddy?
graced
We're
us in the
We're doing
background.
this for a little bit. Shit,
You know
what time is it?
Savvy.
Yeah, we're just chit
No, you're here
chatting.
too. Fuck it. We just don't have a mic for you, so we'll just use you as like background guy. I'm sure we'll pick you up.
A portion of this podcast is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, get in on this, Paulie.
Jump in there, seats warm if you want.
Dude, we're fancy. Look at us.
We can actually.
I'm resting mine on my belly, which makes me really appreciate being a fat man.
Are we
right now.
are we still good volume wise?
Yeah, with the two of you? Yeah. That black one's fucking sensitive as hell. Let's give dedicated guest cameras and the fucking potato productions over here. Oh shit!
Competition, so we're probably gonna start late anyways tonight. He's like, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know how it goes around here. It's fucking.
There we
Paulie
go.
comes here a lot. It's fucking
There we go. We're adjusting on the fly, everybody.
Right now, guys.
Oh, the Velvet Ropes, dude. This guy didn't see it.
Yeah, I almost got my
We may have crashed the tournament over there. So.
No, they're doing a legit tournament over there. Like they're elite.
Like it got
So,
serious. Like Big Lebowski type moment. Like chill out, Donnie.
Yeah, legit, dude. I thought Walter was about to pull a fucking gun.
Speaking of, you guys know I played Walter, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the Super Bowl commercial.
Listen, I'm going to talk about that forever.
I want to hear it. Hi, Scotty. Scotty's our resident bartender.
Got the bartender here.
Got the bartender checking in on us.
What you drinking? What is it? Coffee?
It's always coffee.
Oh.
Make sure I got one left with that. We just bought a coffee machine for the hall. I'll go brew with that.
I'll take some coffee.
If you brew a pot, I'll take coffee.
100%.
I didn't know.
I'm almost out of my elixir.
Yeah, I'll take coffee.
Nothing said.
Shouts out.
Liquid. So that doesn't matter if it's alcohol or bottle of water.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude. I'll take a coffee.
Water bottle for $2.
People are weird. Thank you, Griff. Dude, I appreciate it.
Grizzly's hooking up
Dude,
the
we have one
coffee.
of the legit best like staffs. Like this bar, like. So here's the thing. I don't know how anybody could fuck up doing comedy here because like the staff here takes great care of us.
When they were doing it here before, I came here once and I was like, why the fuck did I hate
Dude, so I'm not trying to talk shit about him because like I don't really know him, but like from what I've talked about with like the staff before, they were like, hey, he's a great guy, but like there was a lot of issues between like the pool league and like shit like that. Like we've worked all that out. Like we've worked with this place from day one. We were like, hey, we don't want to interfere with you guys making money, but we also want to be able to bring money in for you guys. We turned a Sunday, we turned a dead Sunday night into like an actual thing.
Nice.
So, and like, again, they appreciate us. They let us use that fucking hall to run wrestling shows. They don't
Fuck, I
yell
love
at us
it.
for doing wild shit.
And I'll be honest, I've not been here, but like this show has been described to me as like the hang before the hang.
It is.
The hang before
It's
the
the
hang.
hang before
Mondays,
Paulie's, dude.
before
It's
Paulie's.
literally.
Oh, yeah.
And Paulie's thing is like the true hang. This is like the like pre-hang. And then, like, and having Paulie here is awesome because like you have like I have a hard time getting out on Mondays because I'm a dad. So like being able to hang out with Paulie, like Paulie gave me one of my first spots. Like the burger joint you did.
Oh my
Yeah, it
gosh!
was one of
Shouts
my
out to
first spots. I think it
Burger.
was like my third spot. So like, was that Detroit Burger, bro? Yeah, dude. It was like my third spot. So like, I appreciate the fuck out of that. So yeah, I do miss it. I miss that place.
But this has been fun on Sunday nights. You know, we went out
I mean,
there.
we're trying.
I always feel like the audience just has to know that we're not their enemy, and I see this so often in a show where the audience is actually fine. They're not just maybe laughing at everything,
Right.
and then the comic goes, what's wrong with you guys? Tell jokes.
I was gonna say, people are afraid of that quiet, dude. You get scared. You're like, something in our brain is like, oh no, that's not good. It's like it could be actually good. Like they could be thinking about it.
Yeah,
You just didn't word it right. If there's a comedian that said it best, like basically like if they don't laugh, just know you are funny. You just didn't word it right that night. Like, you'll figure out how to word it right to where like they go, ha! At least you'll at least get a
Yeah.
So
That's the craft.
it starts with there. Like it's all a puzzle.
Yeah.
Puzzle pieces don't fit the first time.
And as a
Sorry,
comedian,
Jake.
oh no, go ahead. But as a comedian, know the difference between the rooms too. Know you're going to a bar on an open mic night. You're not going to have a fully engaged room. Like if you go to, say Detroit House of Comedy on a Tune-Up Tuesday, where those people are going into that theater,
Hey,
dude, those are hot.
Toledo, Funny Bone, they are going there for the open mic to laugh. They bought a ticket.
Well, I mean,
they in our showcase.
But
So
they're even hard to sometimes to pull laughs out of. Where
They can be,
you
yeah.
expect it to be a layup because they paid money for it, and then you get there and they're also like,
Yeah. They don't know.
oh,
They're
I
like,
gotta work for it just like I had to do with Grizzlies?
Yeah.
What is this?
well, you know what? Like, to kind of like play devil's advocate for that, like, if you've done Crumbly's rooms, like,
Oh yeah.
the way he structures his rooms, perfect for open mic comedy. They turn the TVs off.
Yes.
The audience is facing
Yeah.
the comedian. He does everything through Eventbrite. Like, that's how like he gets the crowds. Like, he actually does like a free ticket. But like, dude, you go to these bars and like he sets them up in really good locations. They're right off downtown areas.
Oh yeah.
They're perfect. But like, dude, that's how these like the best way to structure a room. If you can. Like, we were gonna try something new here tonight with like chairs and shit like that, but like probably not doing that just because they got their league. I don't want to fuck with like, what they got going. But like, we were gonna try moving chairs and tables. What is it? I love it, dude. It's fun. Like, I love doing it just to like aggravate people and like just like scrape them across the ground. It's like
Paulie wants to set the feng shui.
It
does.
makes such a huge difference.
Because it is a whole different room before you start the show.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
everything is centered around this area right here.
There's something going on.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Like, people don't realize how important that is to any performance. Like, so like setting up for wrestling shows, like you set up 2 rows of chairs in front of the ring, knowing full goddamn well some wrestler is gonna push those fucking chairs all the way into the 3rd fucking row. But guess what? You knew that going into it because like it's just a spot. So it's fucking hilarious though.
What's your thoughts on AI, Paulie?
Yeah, we were talking.
We were
got
getting
so
ready to dive
sidetracked.
into
Fucking
AI
marijuana.
with Darren over here before you got here, getting his take.
Because I've become the king of AI, dude.
So
He's
this may
crafty.
Be, this may be a little controversial, but I kind of fallen in love with AI.
AI's amazing.
I'm falling in love with that. Hey, you know what? When you get sick of humans, turn to AI, no arguments. You can have like, oh, well, what is this? And then it's like, oh, and it gives you the prompt for like, hey, maybe I'm being a bad human.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I should
better
talk to my
therapist.
computer a little bit better today. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then you go talk to a human after you've been dealing with for AI in an AI conversation, and you'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with this
Yeah.
person?
100%, dude.
Why do I gotta deal with a human?
Okay, so Paulie's using it for social interaction. You're using it for artistic purposes, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Paulie, I'll give
I
you my
literally
phone
showed
number.
it to
We
my
can
boss the
actually
other day. I
have
was
a
like,
real
here's your
conversation.
replacement.
You don't have to talk to the robot.
Yeah, you know.
No, Jake, you missed it. I literally told my boss.
I'm waiting for my sex robot. You know, sex
Auto
robot
blow.
with a personality.
Auto
There you go.
The Auto Jerk, it's fucking great, dude. I'm telling you guys right now, sponsored by Auto Blow.
It's here.
I'm trying to get one, dude. I'm trying to get a sponsorship for one.
Look, if we could get Fleshlight to sponsor us,
Dude,
Fleshlight and Manscaped, those are my top 2 targets.
Manscaped would be the best one. Manscaped, I would do it. Like, look at me.
I'm getting pretty close to that age. Blue Chews sounding pretty enticing too.
Dude, so I was
I'm on
you
some
tried?
medication that is causing those issues.
Okay,
So,
okay.
you know, another comedian this past week did a joke about it, and I could totally relate. He talked about, you know, the check engine light coming on sometimes. Yeah, I get it. I crossed
yeah,
that 40 mark.
dude, you start hitting your like late 30s and you're like, huh, like I noticed this year, like this is the year I realized that like I sound like a coke addict all over again just because this is the year my allergies decided like we have those now. My nose is just constantly stuffed. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I've never had this, dude. Ever. Dude, it sucks. I'm like literally sitting here just like
Mine's
this
the
all day.
fall. In
Really?
the fall, I'll get terrible. Yeah, I'll run like
That was great all
Niagara
winter.
Falls, man. Never happened until I had turned 40. Everything started.
It all goes downhill. We're all dying slowly.
Yeah.
Until 40. That's why you just start getting super depressed about it.
No.
Well, they say
It's
oh,
darkness.
people, you know, what is it? you get your midlife crisis in your 50s. No, like life's average lifespan's what, mid-70s?
73 or
yeah,
something?
so like 35 to 45. That's like prime life right there, bro.
Dude, that's the peak. That's when you're like supposed to start taking testosterone and shit, because you're like, it's dying. Like, you gotta keep this beast a
Down for a
little
hot
bit
minute
alive.
already.
Right. I want to wear out, not rust out.
Same. Yeah. I'm trying to.
I think I replaced testosterone with psilocybin.
What is it?
Psilocybin, the
Oh, yeah.
Psychedelics.
Same, dude. I feel like they're like one and the same. Like one way you're gonna be like a mild version of Joe Rogan. Like, if you take the testosterone, you know, like might hit your wife, but like if you take the psilocybin, like you're gonna cry about your parents at some point. You're like, it's kind of a trade-off. It's a trade-off.
Oh, man.
Sorry, guys. I got
No,
dirt
you're
deep
good.
there.
But no, so it sounds like we're kind of all on the same train because we.
Yeah, I don't even know you guys had
little-
topics. I'm sorry. We like fucking win.
This is as much as we really have.
Two topics to cover with you, but we can.
What have you done in comedy, and what do you think about AI? Was on the show
Oh,
list.
dude. Like
Comedy,
I said.
AI, and I wanted to talk carnivore diet. So,
Oh, dude, I
but
love
we can
it.
talk that and coffee on another episode.
Yeah.
But it sounds like we're all kind of in agreement with AI because behind the scenes, we screwed around with it a little bit. I used it to, like, I can doodle some, like, faces and
Yeah.
stuff, but, like, I'm not an artist. I'm better with my words. So I just tell it exactly what I want in style, everything, and then it gives me an image. And then I just kind of refine from there. I don't have the Photoshop skills, but I know how to like delete things out of the image.
You don't need the Photoshop
tweak it a
skills.
little bit, just enough to like get it exactly where I want it. So
Yeah.
like for artistic reasons, I like it, but I've also it's sharpened my. It's made me get better at Canva. It's made me get better at TikTok. Like I've been able to layer things now. Like
you're learning.
It's helping me learn.
Yeah, it will teach. It literally, you're learning the software. It's a software.
People spending $30,000.
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're literally here's a little secret, guys.
We don't make money.
Every single like one of these little programs that you use has AI built into it. That's what makes it so user friendly, dude. Like, you really want to go
I don't
learn
like
C++?
AI.
Go fuck yourself, dude. I spent $7,000 on that shit.
Oh, shut up, dude.
So AI wise, who do you? You don't have to say specifically if you don't want, but who do you like format wise? I've tried two.
So right now, just because it's user friendly, ChatGPT, but like,
GPT.
so I've been looking at this one called Happy Face or Huggy Face. It's a AI model that like you literally use to program robots.
Okay.
So like, I'm basically looking at things to replace my job. Like I'm trying to teach my bosses like, hey, if you don't quit fucking up, here's your replacement. So like, and they don't want to believe me. So like, literally, I've been doing these full like Chat GPT like fucking research things on this thing called Huggy Face.
So are you working yourself out of a job? Is basically.
I'm trying, dude.
Oh.
I'm trying so hard.
That's what we're doing with
So
this
hard,
podcast.
dude. That's like, I'm like, dude, I want that universal income so bad. Yo, Andrew Yang, what's up, dog? Like, I'll vote for you. I know I voted for Trump, but like, what up, Andrew Yang?
Pretty sure I voted for you in that primary that one time.
Anthony Yang, I keep thinking Metro Detroit in our arcade.
Yeah, that's true. He's gonna give us universal income.
That guy's running.
When did he run?
Yeah, what this fucking guy do to get like all this about give us money?
Look, as a high-low,
Comedian Prince Rich, I didn't
He's just giving me $1,000 to sit on my ass. Deal.
as a high-low driver, I've seen AI forklifts. Like they're not like what I drive, but they're literally like platform lifts that'll. I'm like, okay, so I'll be out of a job soon anyways, but living in a shipping container.
Here's the thing:
Truck
learn
driver.
the technology. Just learn the technology,
Exactly.
and then
Adapt, be changeable.
you'll be one of those people that like they go, "Oh, it's fucking up." You can be like, "I can fix it."
It's like, oh, no. You just worded it wrong, dumbass.
You literally told it. You told it to be racist. That's
You see right here? Right here?
Racism is in prompts.
You see how it says Volkswagen on there? It was inherent that it was going to be racist. Like, it was there from the beginning.
How about you? Which ones have you used?
I've used Gemini
That's
and I've used GPT.
Yeah.
And dude, Gemini gave me like 2 cool pictures, but then just stopped giving me pictures. I'm like, did I run out of pictures or am I not saying it? And I was like explicitly telling it, render an image with those descriptions, and then it would just write it out for me. I'm like, okay, but make that an image. And so then it's like, okay, let me get that for you. And then it's just the written description of it. I was
Here's
like,
how you can do it.
okay.
Francisco, I think it was letting you know something. Like, you can do your work yourself.
I know, and I was like, I wanted to see what you could do with this for once.
I'm not one of those.
And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to GPT. I'm like, these descriptions, do it. And I was like, all right, is this what you want?
Yeah,
I was like,
it's like instant.
thank you.
And so you like chat better than.
Yeah, and it, dude,
It's user friendly. I mean, again, they're taking it's not open source, so like, they're definitely doing something with everything that you do in there, but like, whatever, dude. We're already trying to like end the world. So fuck.
Google's already got our balls.
Yeah, dude,
man.
Google
Like, we're
already had
fine.
all my shit from the last year alone.
So Paulie, which AI are you dating?
You know, I don't
There's
know.
a movie about this, called
Yes,
Her.
with her.
Haven't watched it, but I heard.
Well, there was also one with Al Pacino where he created
Well, that's going for
Oh, that's right. That's
You know
a
what I'm
deep
talking
cut.
about?
I know what you're talking about. I haven't watched it, but I know exactly what you're talking
It
about.
used to be on cable like all the time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Creators
Fuck. What was it?
Model and all that kind of stuff like that.
Dude, that's
kind of
a.
like going even further back. Like
You know
you're
what?
science.
Yeah.
What's a sex?
Based on
weird
based
science.
on that Pacino movie where like he creates the AI woman and all that, I think that's Bill Belichick's girlfriend.
Oh, thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you need, Bill? You're like,
That's why when they ask, like, how did you guys meet? We're not talking about this.
Bill says
He
we don't
actually created
discuss.
me.
Yeah. Bill said, sorry. He's like the fucking the president ride that used to be at Universal Studios. Sorry, folks, Lincoln's down today.
Yeah.
No.
So which one do you like? You use chat? It seems to be a popular.
It's popular.
So I haven't used chat. A buddy of mine, he's got like a bunch of different prompts. So whether for football or he's in music and all that. So it's like he'll use AI to like do different music and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, listen to my songs. Songs sound so great. But I'll also be like, you didn't write that. Like, you've been writing songs for 20 years and like suddenly you've written 80 songs.
That's the thing. Like, so like I try to like tell people, I'm like, it's not art. Like, it's design. 100% it's design. But like, there's a gray area that I feel like it's not art because it wasn't created by a human.
Yes.
But it's design. 100% it's design. So like, which again, like, I probably am contradicting myself, and somebody would be like, well, design is art, and I'd be like, all right, pretentious fuck.
No, it's almost like particle effects.
Yeah.
You're telling it, do this thing, make it.
Yeah, it's literally just controlling that fucking dust that is the internet. Like, that Al Gore really wanted us to take over and make Man Bear Pig.
We have all this information. Let it actually work for once.
Right. Learn it. Hey, what up, Jordan? Doing a podcast.
We're fucking it up.
Don't we?
Do you want to? Do you want to?
Dude, wait.
Crash?
Which Breakfast Club? Were we talking like the Breakfast Club that was like, yeah, that one. Don't you do
My last name.
Yeah. It's been a minute, dude.
Dude, you want to get in on this?
We're potting,
I was
dude.
gonna say, I can scoot over. Here, you can get in on this.
We'll play it.
Dude, we're just adding people to this show. As the show's getting ready to start.
Is this show called The Long Couch?
It is going to be called The Long Couch. Here, look, I even know I can fix this camera for you guys. Look at this.
See how many people we can pop in.
You're gonna get a little closer to me right now, Jordan.
Get a little
Are you guys
closer,
casting me for
baby.
something?
We're casting you for chat rooms.
We're Grizzlies. And they
How bad do you want this spot here?
We're in a dark corner. We can dim these lights if you want. You want to go first tonight? We gotta go
Yeah, you
first
want-
on me,
Yeah,
buddy.
buddy. Get over. You can't even see you on the camera. Get over.
Oh, really? Oh.
Paul just had a great idea since the bar is called Grizzlies and we have area next door. We need about 90 some more guys and we could do the
Play bear.
Dude,
Really could find a bear.
100 men versus one bear instead of a gorilla. What do you think?
Dude.
That's the new trend.
5
We'll get
men,
that
1 bear.
We'll
The
get that
thing is, a
started.
bear is not as strong. I feel like
You feel like a bear's not as strong?
I think
100%, dude.
I think the zoologists
gorillas
have
got
said.
like retard strength, dude. Like, you know, a gorilla like definitely was like in one of those classes that like he didn't need special ed, but like he couldn't read books good, so like his parents were just like, no. Let him go in the class with the children that need this. But he just had Hulk issues, like he would just punch a locker.
Oh, man.
Dude. All right, side story. So we're talking about the
Side
special,
quest.
the special needs kids, right? In high school, one of them wigged out in my high school and actually put his fist through like one of the lockers right in front of my face.
Hell yeah.
It was fucked up.
This is through a metal locker.
Okay, when we were in high, like I don't know if your high school had them, but they were like, they were steel, but like it was shitty steel.
Oh, yeah.
It was 2 pieces. It was like the bottom part was like a thin piece, and then the top was a square, right?
Don't forget about you guys. We just bought the slowest coffee machine in the existence.
Scotty, you're all good.
So it's literally slow
How's their
roast.
how's their league going? I can. It smells good.
Cold hot. I figured you guys were all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. How's their league going?
They just finished the final game.
Fuck yeah. So
Get the comedy rolling.
Up soon.
Yeah, do you do draft here? I can't remember. Is it
We'll have to do some more weedling.
Of course.
just do a bottle.
It's the only way to do it in the Very Good Podcast.
Very good podcast, definitely.
So no, so he literally just you could have these Hulk outrages for kids, and like I was
Like superpowers.
yeah, and I was a hall monitor. Like I just walked the halls and got my friends out of class. So like he was freaking out. So I went to see what was going on, and like he was walking, and the teacher was like this little 5-foot lady trying to control him, and he just fucking put his fist through this locker, and I just went, "Damn, what up, Brian?" What you did was really cool. Off, dude, 'cause he was just like, "Hey, Darren." Yeah, dude, that's my bro right there. It's funny, bro. Brian's down for everything. Hell yeah.
So talking out of school a little bit, my daughter, okay, before they moved to Texas, she worked, she went through the CO program. She was a state corrections officer. She worked at a place, I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, she now works at another place where these skills come in handy. She is now a full-time SPED teacher in Texas with behaviorals. So now, my daughter is all of maybe 5'1" and maybe soaking wet 110, 115.
Oh, God.
But she's been through that training. She do it. She take them down. She knows the moves. She knows.
It's like a classroom full of Harambis, though, except they're threatening, you know?
It's literally her and 2 assistants, I believe. So.
Oh, God. Do they got tranquilizers? You know, are they, ready?
One of those assistants better be Joe Rogan, just doing commentary like, "You got her in a Kimura, but she slipped out.
That's
She's
really-
little."
You could probably get him on because it's in Houston, so it's a short drive.
Dude, so you know what my goal is to go to Houston just to go to the BBW strip clubs. BBW? Dude,
BBW.
let me fill you in.
That got
So my trip to Houston just now got a little more interesting.
I feel like it's hard to run a
Darren.
car over here, under Detroit, tell me all you need is a BBW strip club.
That's all we
We
need.
have them here, I'm going to be honest with you.
We just
but,
have more
like,
black women here that have it naturally.
yeah,
You know?
You don't need a Brazilian butt lift here in Detroit. We just have,
Like Houston is
Detroit.
such a huge melting pot too. It's also 10 times larger than Detroit. Like the city of Detroit's like 200,000 people. Houston is 2.2 million.
and they have Cadillacs that are sitting on rims like Roman chariots. Jesus.
About what he just said though, Detroit's actually the 3rd largest city in the U.S. by square miles. You can fit
In size, yeah.
Yeah, size-wise, it's very large. Yeah.
Miami or
Yeah, and that's the thing. Houston is very condensed.
but it's just so sparsely spread out as a city.
Yes.
Parts
Yeah.
that are uninhabited.
I feel like with Detroit, you can't just count Detroit. You gotta count all the stuff. Like Macomb County, Oakland County.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not just Wayne County. It's Tri.
It's like counting all the boroughs.
Yeah.
Does anybody want cream or sugar with their coffee? Just so I bring back.
Straight black.
Oh, just cream.
Black, please.
Straight black.
Powdered, is that alright?
Huh?
Powdered?
I don't care. I'm the collar.
Cups back and then the pot and I'll bring the sugar. I'll pour it out for you. You let me know whatever.
Scotty's the best. Guys,
This guy's hooking us
if
up.
anything, you just come to this bar for Scotty.
Actually,
Like,
yeah.
It's the only reason. And the burgers are awesome. Because our chef is like 900 pounds.
Here's the real question, though. Would women feel safer around 100 men or one bear? Remember that question? It was like
I
one
think
bear.
the internet
Would they
feels safer with the
around
bear.
100 men or one bear?
I think they feel safer around the bear is what the internet says.
I feel like 100 men could like build a.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Have you heard any like stories about like people calling their family as they're being eaten by bears? I don't like it.
Documentary about Bear Man?
What they're doing for each other. I feel like 100 men could solve a lot of problems.
About 80 men.
They used to take over
Yeah, but then
countries.
20 men are just fucking each other, having a great time. Like that sounds like peace. That sounds like peace.
100 men used to be a regalia, and they would just take over small countries with it. Dude. You want this Christianity?
When was the last time we gathered just 100 men?
Fuck the whole time, dude.
I think they can take a grill.
They both, and it was manly, right?
Dude, can you imagine like the day before like a battle in like the Roman Empire? How bad camp had to smell?
Dude, so much cum, so much anal stank.
And then sex in the butt with other dudes.
Ross, butt sex, yeah.
Jizzy anus.
Greek food?
Greek food?
Before you fucking
Greek-
murder fucking Armenians. I don't know what they murdered.
Greek trip food, bro.
Greek trip food, dude. Their wine had fucking acid in it.
Oh man,
No, you're right.
that's truly going to battle for your bro.
Dude, so they said like that's the only way that it works. Like if you feel like if you feel like you're fighting for the person that you love, like you'll actually fight. That's why our soldiers are pussies, dude. They were
Let them go back home. They had to go fuck.
None of my dudes would ever butt fuck each other. Like they would definitely act legit, but like they were not gonna be like, dude, I love you so much right before we go kill these Hajis. They're never doing that, dude. Dude, at best they're gonna like kill a dirty 30 and then like just be like, dude, we got extra RPGs. Government says we gotta spend this money, dude, or like they're fucking gonna take it.
We're gonna lose it, man. We gotta go.
Use it or lose it. Use it or we gotta leave it here.
They gave it to Iraq last year, dude. Like, look what happened.
Left it there.
Yeah, we left it there. Now look, dude, fucking Haji's got our shit, bro. I can say it, dude. My friends are military. Racist. Dude, I've done too many black rooms where I realize like they say the word Habibi way too hard.
Too hard?
That one's too much for me. That's like my N-word, dude. I'm not saying it.
That's like hard H. Hard H.
Hard H.
Oh, calm down.
Yeah, dude, I heard there's a comedian, she has a bit about doing it, and when she says it, she goes, Habibi, my baby. I'm just like,
Oh shit.
there's contradiction.
Our homie
here,
showing
and
up.
I'm not understanding.
Homies rolling in.
What up? Hello. Holy shit. Hi, man. Do you have a
Have you ever been on the couch
baby
with this
or are you
many
riding
men?
solo?
She said yes.
You riding solo or is the baby here?
Huh?
You riding solo or is the baby here?
No, I'm riding solo.
There's not a baby in that bag.
That's no way to talk about Floyd.
Yeah. There you go.
How you doing?
Doing alright. I just like had a real like one of us like moment at the bar over there. It was a little. I like went to the I went to Oak Bar.
Yeah.
In there.
Oh,
And there was like
You went to the Oak?
there's a couple like next to
I
me.
know Wyandotte.
And like they were going on her phone or something like that, and he said something like that Bob Seger had done some song, and she's like, no, he didn't. And then he's just like, no, you're really wrong. I'm gonna like put in my screensaver as my screensaver how you're so wrong. And then she just said, literally, it was at this volume. No. And then he proceeded for the next like 10 minutes to tell her how fucking crazy and obnoxious he was to ruin everybody's evening at the bar. And he just like belittled her. And I'm like sitting there like, don't make it worse. Don't make it worse. Because you don't know what this guy will do. Like, you know what I mean?
You're gonna download the car, I'm gonna be honest. That's
It was his wife, like his wife, or I don't know, they were like, my parents age my auntie.
Don't worry, Skippy. That's just
Go
Sunday.
home, they fuck.
No, but as she was coming out of the bar, like, I like held up the door, I'm like, hey, can I just say something to you so that you know? And I'm like, you weren't being obnoxious. And I know he like spent a lot of time convincing you you're obnoxious, you weren't obnoxious.
That's crazy.
And you could like see in her face like, I really thought I was going crazy. I'm like, yeah, they can just convince you bullshit like that. It's crazy how somebody that's just hostile for 20 minutes at your fucking face can make you believe.
Start believing them like out of fear.
Oh my
You
god.
just got this girl to listen to Thunder Rolls Tonight and kill her husband.
Oh, damn.
No, she won't. I feel like
She won't.
you're insane. You're gonna go insane if somebody convinces you of something that's
Not true.
absolutely
Yeah.
not
Oh,
true.
it's called gaslighting now, right?
That's like the
a real
legitimate
fucking thing.
definition of gaslighting. Like, that's
Well, did you know it started out being about couples, right?
well, it's a book or whatever. It
What?
was a book.
Dude, thank you, Scott.
Yeah, so
A book on gaslighting?
Yes. Sure.
You want to get in on this podcast?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's
This is in the wild. We fucking do this raw.
Yeah.
Dropping in here.
Holy
Good, dude. We'll
shit.
get it.
So yeah, gaslighting actually comes from a book, or like a short story. But basically, this lady was convinced. She kept saying like, "No, somebody's lighting this like lantern at night. I swear to God, they are."
Oh, literally from gaslighting.
And the husband's like, "No," and like,
You dumb bitch.
he's the one lighting it, and he's like, and she basically goes insane because stuff keeps happening. She's like, "No, I know it's happening."
Is this an Edgar Allan Poe like short story?
No, this fucking liar. This is just a marriage after 40 years. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What is she? Did she go insane?
Bored as fuck over here, dude.
Did she go insane?
Yeah, she's like, really say.
And then she ends up in the mental hospital and he's happy or some shit.
No, I don't think there's a happy ending. It's like Victorian times tale.
Yeah, dude. She got a lobotomy.
What do you
Victorian in the wild.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Probably fucks amazingly though.
Oh, dude.
I'm
gonna lobotomy.
So you're saying her mouth
wiping
is
drool
stuck
from her chin.
You had mentioned that this is just a marriage after 40 years. You're barely 40, bro. How do you know what a marriage after
Dude, I was
40 years?
okay. First off, I was very young.
Are we talking married years? Like 40 years married is like.
I was married in a religious
40 years marriage.
Ooh. Like ads. That's like dog years, dude.
Yeah.
Like 100% dog
I
years.
got two in the can, bro.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah,
I got
today,
one, dude.
actually, Star Wars Day. Today's my 4-year anniversary. Shout out.
Star Wars the wedding or not?
It was during COVID, so no. Sort of. We after we got married at the courthouse in Toledo, we stopped at a dispensary and grabbed all Star Wars themed weed.
Oh, yeah.
Went to dinner
What
and
kind
got
of weed?
stoned.
What were the names?
That's actually really cool.
That is cute.
Nice.
It's romantic.
What were the names of the weed? Obi-Wan can blow me?
Death
Like a
Star, OG.
Star Walker OG.
You guys
That's
do
tight.
like what every married couple does, and like you're like, we're gonna put a little bit of this in the freezer and save it for the 1-year anniversary.
No.
No,
Dude, we're stoners. We.
No, you guys smoked it all. You're like,
Oh, you meant the weed? Yeah, definitely not the weed.
dude.
Bro, weed does not last.
Do you
months.
smoke a backwood on your wedding?
We did.
You did. Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
I did it on my first wedding, dude. We celebrated Jesus.
Oh, I have.
Hell yeah.
Jesus. It was
And
stupid,
like 3
dude.
shots of tequila before I walked down.
Just don't. I had to wear a fucking yarmulke.
Needed it. Oh, yeah, that'll work.
Sugar cream.
No, straight black.
Damn, I kind of want a fucking coffee now too. You know what? I'll take the coffee. Fuck the Blue Moon. I'm glad you didn't bring it.
It's a coffee club, dude.
I got an important
Are
interview.
you giving in to peer pressure?
Dude,
Oh yeah,
I
got
feel like I've
coffee.
turned
Yeah.
this into a fucking Alno meeting. It's awesome. Ollie comes in like,
Shit, not my fucking.
coffee.
You look
We're
like
gonna start
Adam
talking about
Schefter over
problems.
here.
Like, I remember when my dad used to hit
breaking
me.
NFL
Where's the
news.
fucking sweet bread, though?
What is it?
What's the
Dude,
sweet-
we get little
If you're into
muffins.
sports ball, this one's mine. Yeah.
I don't know if
This
you're
one's
taking a
mine.
request.
Thank you, dude.
I enjoy watching games, but I'm not gonna tell you fucking stats on people. I'm not gonna jerk each other off like that. It's so weird.
I'm waiting for
to know
somebody
that
to
much about
punch
other men
somebody.
and not
That's-
call it games.
That's why I watch sports alone.
My buddy used the AI to make me a theme song.
I like it though.
She wouldn't understand.
You need to play this before you come on stage on like at New Way. Yeah, like every New Way show. That's how it starts right there. We can do it.
Sports ball is the tight end for the Lions.
Do it.
All right, before we wrap this
Yeah,
up, Skippy,
I played in high school.
Ship starting.
the overall
Shit,
theme of this episode was AI. What do you think about AI?
Oh my god, I was literally about to ask a question. Can I ask that after I was gonna ask what AI would think about 100 men.
Yeah, what do you think about AI
What
right
would that
now?
video look
Well,
like?
I think they immediately know it was the gorilla because I don't know if you guys remember the old Discovery series, but they used to like have a show where they would like be like, oh, these two animals that would never be in real life.
Yes.
Like let's make bionic models of them. Basically.
Yeah.
So they'd make AI models and then they'd actually like fabricate big metal like things like the power pressure force. Like,
Wow.
accurate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think AI would come up with it.
So the gorilla would win. Is what
Oh,
you're saying.
oh my god.
Oh shit, I feel stupid.
Wait,
AI might surprise you. Like,
superior.
what if,
We
what
had
if,
weapons.
what if, no, hey,
If I have
what
a
if,
gun, I'm winning.
what if one of the men, what if one of the
we
men
got the fucking switch.
bones out of another man, starts ripping the rib cage out of another man, uses that pointy object to fucking stab this gorilla?
If we could do that in the amount of time it would take.
and you use another man.
I'm gonna be honest, dude.
5
Unless you're like
minutes, I don't
number
think.
89, you you don't have a fair time of getting that bone.
We talked about this as like
Let me
if,
shank him and make him
if the
really.
100 men go in waves and tire the
And wait, and wait.
Look, we flank them, we come on the back, and we choke
Wild,
them.
dude. Like it's fighting off jaguars for fucking food.
It's like saying I couldn't take 100 like wiener dogs. I know I could. It
That's
doesn't
really
matter if
funny.
they came in waves. Just like, that's what you would be.
All right, you guys are a bunch of gorilla shows.
Sure.
Let's go.
My fucking ankles are gonna be
Skippy
big as
versus
shit,
100
but I'm gonna be honest with
so
you.
funny.
Dead dogs everywhere.
So real quick, AI. Thoughts on AI?
I mean,
In it, against
y'all are
it,
just gonna make fun of
gonna
me,
walk
right?
the line. No, you're
No, because this is an open.
It's a safe space.
safe space, open discussion.
All
How
right.
you
Okay.
feel?
So first, there's AI, and then there's just language modeling, right?
Yep.
Right.
So language modeling is a bunch of bullshit, and everybody should stop doing it because it'll give you the wrong answers almost every fucking time.
Yeah.
So stop it. Stop calling language modeling AI. It's not. Don't use it. Don't use it. Don't say it as facts. I'm looking at you, Google top searches. And then like actual AI. So like I guess you could say like from like AI art and stuff like that. I think I understand your point, Darren, about like how the fact that it's like it's so ubiquitous that you might as well like try and get used to it, especially if you're in the industry. It's like how the fuck I have to learn how to use this tool, and it is really hard. I've tried to just use AI to do references for drawing stuff because you look up references online all day long. You're trying to find the exact, but even typing in stuff, it doesn't give me exactly what I want. There is an art to giving it prompts,
have
like
to
and so of course, and I think that's what you're doing, right? You're trying to like
It's
get
literally
better at that.
it's trial and error, and then taking what it gives me and being like, okay, I can take this through. Like I've told these
Yeah.
guys, Photoshop.
But
Learn Photoshop. Yeah.
But at that same
But I also don't call it art. I told these guys it's design. It's not art.
yeah, I do think though that we should be sparing about what we use AI for, like just like the amount of iterations, because to act like the amount of servers that AI takes doesn't take like a significant toll on the environment.
That's a big
And
problem.
It's fine. We have things like
Bees are
driving
waiting
around,
the
stuff
fuck
like
out
that.
right
Sure,
now.
we're gonna damage the environment that way, but just to make like a fucking dick pic photo, you're killing the environment for that. Like,
Wait, you
think about
can do
it.
that with it?
Hey,
Use the power of working
My
with
OnlyFans
you.
Yeah, right.
honestly,
a
like
lot better.
That's all I'm saying. I think
titty
about
AI
it before I use it. I think about it before I use it because I'm like, do I really need
Right.
like?
the bees are wigging out, but dude, the Muppet titties.
Well, and then like, why shouldn't I make the Muppet titties? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
can I not do that myself? Like,
It just, I think it for, so I explained it to somebody another way too. I was like, okay, 6 hours doing a project compared to like an hour. So it's
Yes.
a time saver. 100% it's a time saver. And when you're literally, you know it, you're doing a lot. When you're doing it all on your own, dude, you're looking for every time saver you can.
Hours of taking
Because I don't want to have to go out
8
and
hours a piece. Easy.
I don't want to outsource to people because it's a creative control thing.
1,000%.
It's true because you're still
Right.
still like your sensibilities and tastes. I guess I do detest the AI art that's just like it just looks like just
Yes,
like,
the
you
the shit that
actually
just
did it.
Gave it one prompt and you were
I
like,
just
good
wanna-
enough.
I'm like, and this is the garbage you came up with. You had AI at your disposal, and this is the pile of horse shit. Village is burned because of this.
There's a picture of Stone Cold going around on the internet as the Pope right now, and I love it. But the only problem is he's got an extra thumb, and I'm just like, oh, God damn it!
Oh, it definitely doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to do like a Valentine's Day
Fucked
card
me up.
one time of like like a dragon family all holding each other, and I swear to God, the entire day I was giving it prompts, and it just could not fucking figure it out. I'm like, I've wasted more. I could have just done this thing myself.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's really.
Yeah, there's moments
about
that
to replace
I'll have to
us,
take a
like,
breather, and I'm like, you know what? All right, listen, you're not listening right now,
Yeah.
bitch. Like,
Dude.
I made
It's
mine
used
Wednesday
for repetitive
Addams.
tasks, things like that, like assembly line work, things like
Okay,
that.
so like today, May
I
the
love
4th. Today is May the 4th. It's my wedding anniversary. So thank you. I asked chat to make a picture of me into a Jedi, saying May the 4th be with you and happy anniversary. And I was actually pleased with what came up.
It's some pretty.
Also, it's for your wife. It's a nice anniversary gift for your wife.
Dude, that's the thing.
Okay. So as a Muppet fan, I mean,
I think that's an appropriate.
Thoughtful.
You're not making money off of it.
No, I started using it. I told Darren earlier that my first use for it was for a resume. I mean, there's templates for resumes out there, so I just give it my information and told it where to put it.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't lie on their resume anymore.
That's the
Right.
fucking thing, dude.
It's the key words. Like a lot of the times when it's like you're submitting your resume online, you
Yeah.
just like learn. Oh, if you just put these 6 words and make sure these 6 words are somewhere in your resume, not synonyms of the words. You know what I mean? Like if you have
The
these 6
exact
words,
words.
then you'll like get through every time. So people have already been like hacking that in a way.
Dude, I
so-
faked my way into being a paramedic for like the longest time. They paid for my paramedic because
glad
I was
that's
like,
a shock.
oh yeah, I really want to be a paramedic. I had no fucking desire to be a paramedic. But they paid for it, so I was like, all right, bet.
bro, I went from stacking
Make
boxes
it
on
till you
a
make it though, really.
I went from stacking
Legit.
boxes on a pallet as a logistics person to handling life flights, scheduling airplanes to pick up organs.
The wildest shit you
Fake it till you
do
make it,
growing
dude.
up. So.
Yeah, nobody knows. What
Hey, do you want to take over for me so I can make sure everything's all set up and ready to go? So,
Sorry, I didn't know you guys were.
No,
dude,
good.
you're good.
We just been
literally,
rolling.
like, we
We're
talked about
about
this earlier, so here, I'm going
about
give
to
you
fall
that.
out here. How much longer are we rolling? Or are we about good?
I gotta go be an adult.
Darren's gonna go set up this show.
Yay. Hot take.
Rant about that one.
It's all right.
Fuck that guy.
We love it. Hot off the press.
Yay!
I'm glad I was there. I was really glad I was there to reassure. that
Just
you're
so
not
you
insane.
know, I know.
Yeah, just so you know, you're not insane.
Dude, we gotta get you back on another one.